Hey everyone, welcome to your personalized deep dive. This week we're looking at some potential investment opportunities
Okay.
with a focus on those hidden gems we call penny stocks.
Yeah.
You mentioned being interested in AI,
Uh-huh.
and while that's definitely a hot sector,
Right.
the financial newsletter we're diving into this week
Okay.
suggests there might be even bigger gains hiding in plain sight.
Interesting.
And get this, their past penny stock picks have averaged a 143% return.
It's true.
Wow.
While the market chases, big tech and all that,
Right.
penny stocks often fly under the radar,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean they lack growth potential.
So it's like a treasure hunt. 143% average gains.
Yeah.
Okay, you definitely have my attention.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this untapped potential.
Well, think of it this way. Penny stocks represent companies in their early stages.
Okay?
Some are just starting to gain traction,
Uh-huh.
which means if you get in early
Right.
and they succeed, your returns can be exponential.
Makes sense.
Just look at SoundHound AI.
SoundHound AI.
A previous recommendation from the newsletter.
Okay.
Even with a recent dip, it's still up 160%.
Wow, that definitely makes the case for these underdogs.
Yeah,
But I'm guessing it's not all sunshine and roses.
you're absolutely right.
Right.
It's crucial to remember that not all penny stocks are created equal.
Yeah.
Investing in any stock, especially penny stocks,
Right.
requires careful research
Of course.
and a solid understanding of the company's fundamentals.
Okay, so let's unpack this week's top picks then.
Yeah,
The newsletter features 5 companies, all priced under $5,
okay.
that they believe are poised for big things.
All right.
I'm ready.
Let's start with Altus Power.
Altus Power.
They're currently trading around 4.90 cents a share,
Okay.
and they're all about solar energy.
Solar.
What's interesting is their focus on powering data centers.
Oh, interesting.
And we all know how energy hungry those can be.
Right, especially with the rise of AI and everything.
Exactly.
So not only are they riding the wave of renewable energy,
Right.
but they're also strategically positioned to capitalize on the AI boom.
Right.
Now, that's what I call a smart play.
Yeah.
What kind of growth are we looking at here?
They're projecting a capacity growth of 20–30% per year,
Wow, that's impressive.
which is impressive.
Yeah.
They're already operating in 25 states.
Okay.
And with the increasing demand for sustainable data centers,
Right.
they're in a great spot to benefit.
Okay, that's one to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
What's next on our list?
Next, we have PaySign Inc., trading at $2.60 a share.
PaySign Inc.
They operate in the prepaid card and payment processing sector,
Okay.
which might sound a bit traditional,
Yeah.
but the market size is staggering.
How staggering are we talking?
A whopping $728 billion in the U.S. alone.
Hold on. $728 billion? Okay, now I see why this made the list.
Right.
What makes PaySign stand out in such a massive market?
They're carving out a niche by partnering with specific industries and organizations
Okay.
to offer customized payment solutions.
Oh, interesting.
It's a smart strategy that allows them to build strong relationships and capture a loyal customer base.
Interesting. So they're not just trying to be everything to everyone.
Right.
They're focusing on targeted growth. I like that.
Exactly.
What else do we have?
Now, this one might hit close to home for many listeners.
Oh,
We have Talkspace.
Talkspace?
Currently trading at $3.75 a share.
Okay.
They operate in the rapidly growing mental health services market,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
connecting patients with therapists through their online platform.
That's definitely a market I've seen explode in recent years.
Yeah.
Seems like everyone is talking about the importance of mental health these days.
Absolutely.
Right?
And Talkspace is aiming to capture a significant portion of this $65 billion market.
Wow, $65 billion?
Their online model offers convenience and accessibility,
Right.
which is crucial in addressing the increasing demand for mental health support.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how technology is breaking down barriers
Uh-huh.
and making these essential services more accessible.
Right.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's the next company on our radar?
Next up is Lantronix,
Lantronix?
trading at $4.30 a share.
Okay,
They're positioning themselves as a key player in the Internet of Things
okay.
and AI infrastructure.
So they're connecting back to the AI theme.
Exactly.
This ties up perfectly with what we were discussing earlier about the growing demand for
Uh-huh.
computing power and data centers.
Yeah.
How does Lantronix fit into that picture?
Lantronix provides the hardware and software that enable devices to connect and communicate,
Okay,
essentially building the foundation for the Internet of Things.
so they're kind of like the backbone.
In a way, yes.
Interesting.
And with AI becoming more integrated into everyday devices,
Right?
their role becomes even more crucial.
I see how they play a vital role in this interconnected future.
Definitely.
All right, on to our final pick. What's the last company that caught the newsletter's attention?
Last but not least, we have Tela Bio.
Tela Bio.
Currently trading at $2.85 a share.
Okay.
They specialize in soft tissue reconstruction materials,
Okay.
primarily for hernia repair and reconstructive surgery.
That's a niche market I wouldn't have thought of.
Yeah.
What's the market size for something like that?
It's estimated to be around $2.2 billion.
Okay.
Telebio has developed a unique bioresorbable material that's gaining traction in the medical community.
Interesting.
It's designed to be absorbed by the body over time,
Okay.
which can lead to faster healing and fewer complications.
So they're innovating in a market that's often overlooked.
Right.
I'm sensing a theme here.
What's that?
These penny stock picks are all about identifying those hidden opportunities that others might miss.
Exactly. It's about looking beyond the obvious
Yeah.
and finding companies with the potential to disrupt their industries.
So before anyone rushes out to invest in these fascinating companies,
Yeah,
I know you have some expert advice on how to properly evaluate penny stocks.
of course.
What are the key things our listeners should keep in mind?
You're absolutely right. Due diligence is crucial.
Right.
The first thing to look for is consistent revenue growth.
Okay.
Ideally, you want to see a company growing its revenue by at least 20% year over year.
So strong revenue growth is a must-have.
Yes.
What else should we be looking at?
Profitability and cash flow are equally important.
Okay.
You want to make sure the company isn't just generating revenue,
Right.
but also managing its expenses well
Uh-huh.
and generating cash to fuel future growth.
Okay.
A healthy cash flow is a sign of a sustainable business.
So revenue growth, profitability, and cash flow.
Yes.
Those are our three pillars of due diligence for penny stocks.
Exactly.
Makes perfect sense.
These are the fundamentals that will tell you if a company has the potential to become a long-term success story.
Right.
Remember, investing in penny stocks can be risky.
Yeah.
So doing your research and understanding these key metrics is crucial.
Absolutely. While those tips are great for penny stocks,
Mhm.
I'm curious to see how they apply to some bigger players in the market.
Okay.
The newsletter also highlights some noteworthy developments for some major companies.
Interesting.
So let's shift gears and dive into that.
All right.
What caught your attention?
Well, there's been some unusual activity surrounding Intel.
Oh, Intel. Okay.
Over 792 million shares were traded in just 4 days,
Wow.
which is a massive volume for a company of their size.
That does raise an eyebrow.
Yeah,
Is merger speculation the only explanation for that kind of volume?
it's possible.
Okay.
But it's also possible that large institutional investors are making significant moves.
Interesting.
It's worth keeping a close eye on the situation to see how it unfolds.
Okay, so Intel's on our watch list.
Yes.
What other development in the market piqued your interest?
Walgreens Boots Alliance has been facing some challenges lately,
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that.
and their stock price has taken a hit.
Uh-huh.
However, the newsletter suggests they might be undervalued and could become an attractive target for private investors.
So there's potential for a turnaround or even a buyout?
It's possible.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about some of those tech giants we were discussing earlier?
Well, Nvidia has been making strategic moves,
Okay.
and some of them are quite surprising.
Oh,
They've reduced their positions in server robotics.
makes sense given their focus on AI.
Right.
Yeah.
But they've also reduced their stake in SoundHound AI.
Wait a minute, didn't they previously recommend SoundHound AI?
They did.
Why would they divest now?
It is an interesting move,
Yeah.
especially given SoundHound AI's potential in the AI landscape.
Right.
Perhaps NVIDIA sees more promising opportunities elsewhere
Oh, what?
or has concerns about SoundHound AI's long-term viability.
Uh-huh.
Simultaneously, they've invested heavily in a Chinese autonomous vehicle company,
Wow.
indicating a strong belief in the future of that sector.
So they're shifting their bets within the AI and tech landscape.
It seems.
It seems like they're placing a big wager on the future of transportation
Mm-hmm.
and AI's role in it.
That's a very astute observation. NVIDIA's moves definitely reflect a strategic shift towards specific segments
Okay.
within the broader tech landscape.
Uh-huh.
They clearly see significant potential in autonomous vehicles
Right.
and are willing to make bold moves to capitalize on it.
Speaking of AI and its growing influence,
Yeah.
what's the newsletter's take on other players in that space?
They highlight Arista Networks,
Arista Networks.
who are anticipating strong growth in the AI infrastructure segment.
Bringing us full circle. It's fascinating to see how these trends are interconnected.
It is.
Okay, so we've got NVIDIA making a play in autonomous vehicles,
Mm-hmm.
and Arista Networks focused on AI infrastructure.
Right.
What other companies are on the newsletter's radar?
They also mention Rivian,
Rivian.
the electric vehicle manufacturer.
Right, with the Amazon vans.
They're currently fulfilling a large contract with Amazon.
Yeah.
but the newsletter believes their potential extends far beyond that.
Interesting. So they see Rivian as more than just an Amazon delivery van provider.
Exactly.
What are their thoughts on Rivian's broader potential?
They believe Rivian has the potential to become a major player in the electric vehicle market,
Okay.
expanding their product line
Uh-huh.
and reaching a wider customer base.
Okay.
Their technology and manufacturing capabilities are impressive,
Yeah.
and they've already generated significant buzz in the industry.
Sounds like the electric vehicle market is heating up.
It is.
There's so much happening in the tech and automotive world.
Yeah.
It seems like everyone is trying to position themselves for the future.
Right.
You know what caught my eye in the newsletter, though?
What's that?
The section on options trading.
Options trading.
Yeah, they make it sound like a powerful tool for amplifying returns.
It can be.
And they even share some pretty incredible success stories.
Oh, yeah.
One person named George apparently made over $266,000 using options.
Wow.
That's the allure of options trading.
The potential for outsized returns?
Right.
However, it's crucial to remember that with higher potential rewards come higher risks.
So it's not for the faint of heart.
No.
Can you break down the basics of options trading for us?
Sure.
How does it differ from traditional stock investing?
In simple terms, options give you the right, but not the obligation,
Okay.
to buy or sell a stock at a specific price by a specific date.
Okay.
So instead of owning the stock itself,
Right.
you're essentially betting on its future price movements.
Okay, I'm starting to get the picture.
Right.
But it still sounds a bit complex.
It can be.
What are the potential risks and rewards involved?
Well, the main risk is that if your prediction about the stock's movement is wrong,
Yeah.
you can lose a significant portion or even all of your investment.
Oh, wow.
On the flip side, if your prediction is correct,
Right.
the potential gains can be much higher than with traditional stock investing.
So it's a high-risk, high-reward type of strategy.
Exactly.
The newsletter even mentioned they have an options trading course, and it's currently discounted.
Nice.
That could be a valuable resource for those who are serious about mastering this approach.
Absolutely. It's always a good idea to invest in education
Right.
before venturing into more complex investment strategies.
Makes sense.
A comprehensive course can provide you with the knowledge and tools you need
Yeah.
to make informed decisions
Ah.
and manage risk effectively.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
We've explored the potential of penny stocks.
Right.
Delved into due diligence tips, and even touched upon the world of options trading.
Yeah.
What are some key takeaways for our listener today?
Well, penny stocks definitely offer an exciting opportunity for growth.
Yeah.
But it's crucial to do your research, focus on revenue growth, profitability, and cash flow to determine if a company has strong fundamentals.
Don't just jump in blindly.
Exactly.
Take your time, do your homework,
Yes.
and make informed decisions.
Absolutely.
And if options trading piques your interest, remember it's a powerful tool, but requires a deeper level of knowledge
Right.
and risk tolerance.
Yes.
A comprehensive course can be a valuable investment.
Agreed.
Excellent points. Remember, you can find more detailed analysis on these companies
Okay.
and investment strategies in the newsletter we mentioned earlier.
Right.
Now, before we move on, I have a thought-provoking question for you.
Okay.
How do you think the increasing influence of AI will shape the performance of these penny stocks in the future?
That's a fantastic question.
It's something to ponder, and would love to hear your thoughts on this as well.
Yeah.
We'll pick up this conversation in part 2 of our deep dive,
Sounds good.
where we'll explore market trends and AI's potential impact on these exciting companies.
Looking forward to it.
Me too. Welcome back to your personalized deep dive. It's amazing how much ground we've already covered, from digging into this week's hottest penny stock picks
Yeah.
to uncovering some intriguing developments with bigger players
Right.
like Nvidia and Intel.
Definitely.
But we only scratched the surface of AI's potential impact.
True.
So let's shift gears and zoom out to the broader market.
Okay.
The newsletter also dives into some key trends that go beyond individual companies.
All right.
And I'm curious to hear your take on those.
It's a fascinating landscape, isn't it? We
Yeah.
have these individual companies with their unique potential,
Right.
but they're all operating within a larger context
Yeah.
of market forces and emerging trends.
It's like a puzzle where the pieces are constantly moving and evolving.
Exactly.
But that's what makes it so engaging for investors like you, right?
Absolutely.
There's always something new to discover and analyze.
And those who can connect the dots
Right.
and anticipate those shifts
Yeah.
often find themselves ahead of the curve.
Speaking of connecting the dots,
Yeah.
one trend that really stands out is the increasing focus on sustainability and renewable energy.
It's not just a feel-good trend anymore, is it?
Right.
It's becoming a core business strategy.
Yeah, consumers are demanding it,
Right.
governments are incentivizing it,
Uh-huh.
and companies are realizing the long-term benefits.
Exactly, and this trend directly benefits companies like Altus Power,
Right.
with their focus on solar energy for data centers.
Yeah.
As the demand for computing power grows,
Yep.
so does the need for sustainable energy solutions.
Makes sense?
They're really well positioned
Okay.
to benefit from this convergence of trends.
So Altus Power gets a check mark in the sustainability column.
Yes.
What other trends are shaping the market?
Well,
And how do they connect to the penny stocks we discussed earlier?
another powerful trend is the rise of personalized experiences.
Oh, interesting.
Consumers are no longer satisfied with one-size-fits-all approaches.
I can definitely see that.
They want products, services, and experiences
Yeah.
that are tailored to their individual needs and preferences.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that myself.
Uh-huh.
It's all about feeling understood and valued as a customer, right?
Exactly.
And technology is playing a huge role in making that level of personalization possible.
Absolutely. Data analytics, AI,
Wow.
and sophisticated algorithms allow companies to gather insights into individual behaviors and preferences,
Right.
enabling them to create hyper-personalized offerings.
Yeah, and this trend directly benefits companies like Talkspace,
Exactly.
right? Their online platform for mental health services already offers
Uh-huh.
a degree of personalization.
Yeah,
But with AI,
right.
they could take it to a whole new level.
Absolutely.
Imagine AI-powered chatbots that can provide 24/7 support and guidance
Right.
tailored to individual needs.
Exactly. And think about virtual therapists that can analyze data from previous sessions
Right.
and adjust their approach accordingly,
Right.
providing a truly customized experience for each patient.
Yeah, that's what I call leveraging technology
Yeah,
to meet a growing need.
absolutely.
Okay, so we have sustainability and personalization as major trends.
Yes.
What else is on your radar?
The convergence of industries
Yeah.
is another fascinating development.
Also,
We're seeing the lines blur between traditional sectors like technology manufacturing
right.
and healthcare,
Okay.
creating entirely new opportunities for innovation and growth.
So it's like the old rules no longer apply.
In many ways, yes.
Interesting. And a company like Lantronix is a perfect example.
Yeah.
They're building the infrastructure for the Internet of Things,
Uh-huh.
which connects devices across multiple industries,
Right.
from healthcare to manufacturing to transportation.
That's right. As AI and the Internet of Things become more pervasive,
Uh-huh.
the possibilities for interconnectedness become almost limitless.
Yeah.
And those who can bridge those gaps
Right.
and create solutions that span multiple industries
Right.
will be the ones who thrive.
It's a lot to take in, but it's also incredibly exciting.
It is.
The investment landscape is changing rapidly,
Yeah.
and it's up to us to stay informed
Hmm.
and adapt our strategies.
And that's where continuous learning comes in.
Okay.
The most successful investors
Uh-huh.
are the ones who constantly question assumptions,
Right.
seek out diverse perspectives,
Yeah.
and adapt to new information.
Wise words. So as we navigate this complex and ever-changing market,
Yeah.
what are some key principles that our listeners should keep in mind?
Well, firstly, never underestimate the power of thorough research.
Of course.
Whether you're exploring penny stocks,
Uh-huh.
options trading,
Right.
or any other investment opportunity,
Yeah.
due diligence is paramount.
Absolutely. Don't just follow the hype.
Right.
Dig deeper, understand the fundamentals,
Yes.
and make informed decisions
Uh-huh.
based on solid research.
Exactly. What other principles should
Mhm.
investors prioritize?
I'm listening.
Diversification is key.
Okay, classic.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right.
Spread your investments across different asset classes,
Yeah.
industries,
Yeah.
and geographies
Yes, sense.
to mitigate risk
Right.
and maximize potential return.
So it's all about managing risk
Mm-hmm.
and building a resilient portfolio.
Yes.
And I think there's another important aspect of investing that often gets overlooked.
I agree. What is it?
We often get caught up in the numbers
Uh-huh.
and the potential for profits.
Yeah.
But it's important to remember that investing is not just about making money.
Right.
It's also about aligning your investments with your values.
Exactly. More and more investors are considering the
Okay.
environmental, social,
Yeah.
and governance factors of the
Oh.
companies they invest in.
Right.
They want to ensure their money is supporting businesses,
Yeah.
operating responsibly,
Uh-huh.
and making a positive impact.
I like that. And thankfully, there are now numerous resources available to help investors align their portfolios with their values.
From ESG ratings to sustainable investment funds,
Right.
the options are expanding rapidly.
That's great to hear. So it's not a choice between profits and principles.
Yeah, exactly.
It's about finding investments that deliver both financial returns
Uh-huh.
And a sense of purpose.
Precisely. And as awareness of these issues continues to grow,
Yeah.
we can expect even greater emphasis
Right?
on ethical investing in the years to come.
Yeah.
It's a positive trend that benefits both investors
Uh-huh.
and society as a whole.
Now, before we move on to our final thoughts,
Okay.
there's one more fascinating point from the newsletter
All right.
that I think you'll find particularly intriguing.
I'm all ears.
It's about the potential intersection
Okay.
of artificial intelligence and healthcare.
Interesting.
They suggest that AI could revolutionize how we diagnose, treat,
Yeah.
and manage various medical conditions.
That's an area with immense potential.
Yeah, we're already seeing AI used to analyze medical images,
Right.
predict patient outcomes,
Uh-huh.
and even develop personalized treatment plans.
And companies like Talkspace, with their focus on online mental health services,
Yeah.
are well positioned to leverage AI to enhance their offerings
Right.
and reach a wider audience.
Imagine AI-powered tools that can analyze patient data
Yeah.
and identify early warning signs
Uh-huh.
of mental health conditions,
Right.
allowing for proactive intervention.
Or AI-assisted therapy sessions that can
Wow.
provide real-time feedback and support.
It's a glimpse into a future where technology plays an even greater role
Uh-huh.
in our well-being.
And while there are certainly ethical considerations to address,
Right.
the potential benefits are undeniable.
It's a fascinating area to watch.
It is.
As AI technology continues to advance,
Yeah.
we can expect even more groundbreaking innovations in healthcare in the years to come.
Absolutely. And that brings us to our final question for you today.
Okay, hit me.
Given the rapid pace of technological advancement and the trends we've discussed,
Yeah.
how do you see AI shaping the future of healthcare and the investment landscape?
That's the million-dollar question. The possibilities are almost limitless,
They are.
and the potential for both positive and negative impacts is immense.
Absolutely. But one thing is certain.
What's that?
The future belongs to those who can anticipate change,
Right.
adapt to new realities,
Yeah.
and embrace the power of innovation.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Okay.
what are some key takeaways for our listener to ponder
All right.
as they consider their own investment strategies
Mm-hmm.
and the evolving role of AI?
The key is to stay informed,
Okay.
be adaptable,
Right.
and embrace a mindset of continuous learning.
I like that.
The world is changing at an unprecedented pace,
It is.
and those who can keep up
Uh-huh.
will be the ones who thrive.
Excellent advice. We'll continue this conversation in part 3 of our deep dive,
Sounds good.
where we'll explore specific steps investors can take to navigate this exciting but complex landscape. Welcome back to the final part of your personalized deep dive. It's amazing how much ground we've covered.
It is.
You know, from those penny stocks to the market trends
Yeah.
to the mind-boggling potential of AI.
Right.
It's like we've been on this incredible journey through the investment landscape,
Uh-huh.
and now we're arriving at the most crucial part.
Okay, what to do with all this?
Yeah, what to do with all this knowledge.
That's where so many investors get tripped up.
Right, so how can our listener bridge that gap
Wow.
and, make informed decisions that align with their investment goals and risk tolerance?
Well, first and foremost,
Yeah.
remember that knowledge is power.
Okay,
The more you understand about the market,
right.
the better equipped you'll be to navigate its complexities.
Makes sense.
And that means embracing a mindset of continuous learning.
So it's not just about, reading this newsletter or listening to this deep dive.
Right.
It's about making learning an ongoing process.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The world is changing at an unprecedented pace.
It is.
And the skills that are in demand today might be obsolete tomorrow.
Wow.
So make it a habit to continuously expand your knowledge base,
Okay.
explore new technologies, and develop in-demand skills.
So where can investors go to stay ahead of the curve then?
Well,
What are some valuable resources they can tap into?
there are so many great resources available these days.
Like what?
You can find online courses,
Okay.
attend industry conferences, read books and articles,
Right.
and even connect with other investors
Right.
through online forums and communities.
So it's about diversifying your learning portfolio.
Yeah,
Just like you would diversify your investment portfolio.
exactly.
I like that, but let's be honest.
Yeah,
Learning can feel overwhelming,
it can.
especially with so much information out there.
It's true.
How can investors avoid feeling paralyzed by information overload?
That's a great point. It's crucial to be selective
Okay.
and focus on information that's relevant to your investment goals
Right.
and interests.
Uh-huh.
Don't try to learn everything at once.
Right.
Start with the basics,
Yeah.
build a solid foundation,
Okay.
and gradually expand your knowledge as you gain experience.
Start with the fundamentals and build from there.
Exactly.
Sounds manageable, But what about taking action?
Yeah.
How can investors overcome the fear of making the wrong move?
Fear is a natural part of investing,
Right?
but it shouldn't paralyze you.
Of course.
Remember, every successful investor has made mistakes along the way.
Everyone's got to start somewhere.
Right. The key is to learn from those mistakes.
Yeah.
And use them as opportunities for growth.
So it's not about avoiding mistakes altogether,
No.
but about learning from them and becoming a more informed investor.
Exactly.
So what are some practical steps investors can take
Well,
to manage risk and make more confident decisions?
one approach is to start small. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose.
Right.
And gradually increase your investment amount
Okay.
as you gain experience and confidence.
Dip your toes in the water before diving in headfirst.
Exactly.
What other strategies can help investors manage risk effectively?
Diversification is crucial, as we discussed earlier.
Right.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right.
Spread your investments across different asset classes,
Uh-huh.
industries,
Yeah.
and geographies.
Makes sense.
To reduce your exposure to any single risk.
Classic strategy for a reason.
Right.
It makes sense to spread the risk, but what about those investors
Yeah.
who are drawn to more complex strategies like options trading?
Yeah.
How can they approach that with caution
Okay.
and, make informed decisions?
Options trading can be a powerful tool,
Right.
but it's not for everyone.
Okay.
It requires a deeper understanding of financial markets
Yeah.
and a higher risk tolerance.
Uh-huh.
If you're considering options trading,
Yeah.
I highly recommend investing in a comprehensive course
Right.
that covers the fundamentals and teaches you how to manage risk effectively.
And remember, the newsletter we've been discussing offers a discounted options trading course,
That's right.
which could be a valuable resource for those interested in exploring that path.
Absolutely.
But regardless of your chosen investment strategy,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a crucial mindset shift
Okay.
that every investor needs to embrace.
I couldn't agree more. What mindset are you referring to?
It's about viewing investing as a marathon, not a sprint.
Interesting.
It's about having a long-term perspective,
Yeah.
writing out market fluctuations,
Right.
and focusing on sustainable growth
Mm-hmm.
rather than chasing quick profits.
That's a powerful perspective.
It's about, patience and discipline are essential qualities for any successful investor.
Couldn't agree more.
It's not about timing the market perfectly.
Right.
It's about time in the market.
Exactly.
It's about consistently investing over time,
Uh-huh.
allowing the power of compounding to work its magic,
Right.
and building wealth gradually.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned earlier, it's also about aligning your investments with your values.
Absolutely.
As the ESG movement continues to gain momentum,
Uh-huh.
investors have more options than ever to support companies
Right.
that align with their ethical and social principles.
It's really a win-win.
So it's not just about financial returns, it's about making a positive impact
Exactly.
with your investments.
Yeah.
I think many investors are seeking that these days.
They are.
Now, before we wrap up this incredible deep dive,
Okay.
I have one final question for you.
All right.
Given the rapid pace of technological advancement,
Yeah.
what advice would you give to investors who are feeling overwhelmed or uncertain about the future?
Embrace the unknown.
Interesting.
The future is full of both challenges and opportunities.
It is.
And those who approach it with curiosity, adaptability, and a willingness to learn
Right.
will be the ones who thrive.
Such inspiring advice.
Thank you.
So as we conclude this deep dive
Okay.
into penny stocks market trends
Yeah.
and the future of AI,
Right.
what's the one key message you want our listener to walk away with?
The investment landscape is constantly evolving,
It is.
but the principles of sound investing remain timeless.
Okay.
Do your research,
Uh-huh.
diversify your portfolio,
Yep.
manage your risk,
Right.
and most importantly, never stop learning.
Excellent advice. Remember, knowledge is power.
Absolutely.
And the more informed you are, the better equipped you'll be to navigate the complexities of the market
Right.
and achieve your financial goals.
Absolutely.
And as always, thank you for joining us on the deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you found this exploration insightful and empowering.
I hope so too.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and happy investing.